Hello, welcome back to LowerBitrate Podcast number 38.
Hey, we're back. Welcome. We took a little break because I had personal stuff going on. My dog passed, but I'm doing okay now. He's at peace. He's doing fine wherever he is. So yeah, happy to be back.
All
Thanks
right,
for the nice messages, everybody. Yeah, thanks for the nice vibes and kind thoughts, and just appreciate it. Helped a lot.
It's good. Good vibes only. Vibe check.
Yeah. What a great, I was like, wow, good friends. Thank you.
Well, we have a bunch of shit to talk about, but we did cut it out. Cut it down a little bit.
Yeah, we have some catching up to do, but then, a lot has gone on.
Which is good because sometimes, we'll be like sitting there like, shit, what can we look up online? We have a whole bunch. You want to skip weeks? My week has been the same. I've done nothing.
Yeah, let's skip weeks. It's been, obviously a sad 2 weeks for me, but trying to look forward. So, yeah, maybe we just talk about what you've been playing?
Yeah. So last time we talked, I had mentioned that one of the Paragon clones or remakes were coming out. It's 2 weeks later. That has not come to fruition. However, I did do research on the other games that are in that same sphere. So apparently there was four games that were supposed to be clones. One is called Core. They since said, no, we're not doing a remake. We're going to do our own shit. Boom. Cross them out. Then there's another one called Overprime. If you're a developer or you're involved with this game, I'm so sorry. I think this is the worst game I've ever played. Nothing against your skill or anything like that. It just doesn't feel right. The UI looks like something from like the early 2000s, like Hacker Portal. The gameplay it feels like super fast. Not for me. The other one is the one I was excited for. Predecessor hasn't done any alphas or anything, so meh. The one I've been playing, and I've racked up, as of today, 129 hours playing this game. I have some thoughts. It's called Fault. Lagnus actually has this on his wish list. LOL. And
Hey.
yeah, it was in a rough spot when I first started playing it. And a lot of the themes that I was going to make a video on this, but I've just been writing down like my thoughts or whatever, and I haven't really put it down on audio or anything like that. But a lot of the shortcomings that Paragon had in the beginning are happening here. A lot of like 5 stacking was the thing. You know what a 5 stack is?
When you stack your team?
Yeah, so you'll be in like comms with like 5 people and you're just fucking roll people that are just solo queuing. They since got rid of that. It's a 3 stack. It's just as bad.
Yeah.
Smurfing is a thing as well. So I don't know who is. I'm not that great at the game. Let's be honest. I haven't played in 2+ years, and I recognize that, but they have something called the Fault Partner Program, and it's the same people. They're just being. I don't have 100% proof on this, but I think they're, because you have to pay $20 to play the game, right? Because it's early access. They're being fed accounts to like manipulate. They're manipulating the elo system so that they could get highlights or games. Let's be honest here. If you keep on shitting on the people that are just buying the game to play it, to see it is, the casuals, your game will die.
Yeah.
100%. I don't have anything against casual gamers. I sometimes am a casual gamer myself when it comes to certain games, but a game like this, it will die. That being said, there are some good things. They do have a season pass. I did give them $40 for the game and the season pass. No more
Mm-hmm.
money is coming from my bank account for this game. I'm not buying skins. You got me
Mm-hmm.
really fucked up. But they have patched the game and made it a little bit better. But there are certain things that just irk me in this
Yeah.
game. So it's literally Paragon PTSD. All the problems that are happening now in this game have happened and will continue to happen, going forward if they don't change their shit. And then
Yeah.
I had this thought like, yeah, okay, you'll remaster the heroes and some of them are fun, some of them are not fun. But that doesn't really matter, right? Because you have the assets for most of the heroes. Your longevity doesn't start until you have to create your own shit, right? Who knows when that will be? Because there's only 14 heroes. There'll be 16 heroes by in
Oh,
2 days.
yeah.
So every month they'll release 2 for the season pass. And using that logic or whatever, every 4 or 5 months for a season pass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who knows when they'll get the whole cast done. So I'll continue to play it. Hopefully it gets better, but
Yeah.
it's not looking too great.
Wow. Whew, man. What's the League of Legends mobile game? I forgot the name of it. Have you ever tried that one?
No. Is it Arena of Valor? Maybe.
Maybe. I can't remember the name.
Is
I
it
don't
on
think
Nintendo
so.
Switch? I played that before. I don't know. It's just something about third person MOBAs, which kind of like hyperfuses this FPS MOBA type thing
Mm-hmm.
that really like attracts me to it. But I don't like over the top gameplay for MOBAs, and I really don't like Smite. So that's what I've been playing for the past 2 to 3 weeks. It's been
Yeah, you've been in it, busy
yeah,
with that
sometimes
game.
it's fun, but then also sometimes it's not. Like you'll have people and I understand. I try to not flame people,
Mm-hmm.
but there needs to be some sort of tutorial in the game. There
Why?
has to
'Cause
be.
they just don't know what's going on.
No, they
You
don't
get
know what's going on. There's this like this etiquette of like how you start the game, and it's not a TDM game. You're supposed to like farm or whatever, and people just don't grasp that. So there needs to be
Mm-hmm.
some sort of tutorial, and I try to help people like typing in chat, but there's only so much I can do. I
Mm-hmm.
have to play on 100 ping because the only people that are playing are on the fucking EU servers. So, frustrating, but kind of fun sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, seems like you're hooked on it.
I'm
What about
addicted and I can't stop.
What about Fall Guys? Have you been playing any of that?
I have like 5 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah,
Fall
I don't know.
Guys.
I left it on one day, so who knows my game time. But I've enjoyed that a lot. I video chat with my nephew and he enjoys me watching it. Something that was interesting, the reason why I was trying to record the last time I streamed, for him, is via Zoom screen sharing. I showed him Human Fall Flat and he asks for that more than Fall Guys because he thinks it's hilarious just watching this Play-Doh guy splat everywhere, as he falls and solves puzzles. So really fun. He thinks it's hilarious. I enjoy it. I basically do whatever he says. He directs me around. So yeah, it's fun.
Good. Yeah, Fall Guys has become when you initially mentioned it to me, I didn't ever thought it was going to be this big. This
Yeah,
thing is like massive.
I would just like to mention that I was trying to find the episode we mentioned it on, but we talked about Fall Guys way before. I'm trying to remember where I saw it. I think it was at the last E3 from Devolver.
Mm-hmm.
They mentioned it. And so then I was like, this game looks fucking fun.
Yeah, it's really big. They've had a cheating problem, which I guess they're Kids, what are you gonna do, right? Mostly.
It's not so bad for me, but yeah.
I mean, they'll figure it out. But there was a day one problem of now everybody's Fall Guy whatever. So I think there's like 1 through
That's why.
9999. People were having some raunchy fucking names on Steam. I changed my name from Skate Fast 8 Ass to Wholesome E-Boy because I was reading these names. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be complicit in this bullshit.
Yeah, that's not good. I was like, this is just like a family friendly game.
Yeah, so that's the reasoning for everybody being a Fall Guy and then your number at the very end. But they deserve some like claps and kudos because they have displayed a masterclass in social media. I think their social media manager is named Oliver. He's killed it the last, month or so.
Yeah. PR has been excellent.
Roasting Tim the Tat Man, him having like 400,000 plus viewers inside his stream, getting tilted of trying to get a win. Yeah, it's been fun. I should play more of it, but I can only handle so much of the same thing over and over again.
True.
Not saying much from someone who farms eggs in fucking Pokemon, but whatever, I'm a hypocrite.
My nephew will be like, play the fan one. He just can't fathom why I can't pick levels. So it'd be really cool if there were private games or like solo queue. That would be so much fun.
Yeah, private games would make tournaments easier. They've been trying to push this esports angle for it. I've seen many kids online drop Fortnite for Fall Guys. It's funny to me.
I also like seeing. I like it that it's controller. Well, you can play with keyboard, but it's challenging. Then I like that, keyboard warriors. I'm not saying that as a pejorative, but PC gamers are having to break out the controllers. So
yeah, I don't mind breaking out the controller. I do it for a couple of games. I play a lot of Switch games, but it kind of fucks me up because the Xbox controller, the A is at the bottom, and the A on the Switch is on the right side. So it's muscle memory that fucks me up sometimes, but yeah, it's been fun. I've been playing a whole bunch of games on controller. Games that are not worth mentioning.
What, like, never mind.
NBA 2K, not proud of it.
I was gonna say like Panty Party. I don't know what you've been doing.
I haven't hit rock bottom yet.
Hey, remember when I streamed that?
Yeah, when can we get genital jousting on Twitch? I'll play that.
Yes, that would be very, very fun. Yes, I should tweet that. Hey, Twitch, genital jousting win.
Any other games
very
you want to mention?
Game. Not right now. Just that's pretty much it. Human Fall Flat at my nephew's request, and Fall Guys. Fun.
One honorable mention. I've been playing Pokemon again. I'm like 500 eggs deep on getting the little electric dog. I guess he's the dog. Yeah, going crazy. Fuck.
Gonna get yourself a puppy robot.
Yeah, he's. I don't even know. I'm mad. Yes, you're mad too. Congratulations. Oh, Path of Exile. Skip.
Okay,
skip
let's
that
keep
one.
Going. Skipperino.
Yesterday, we're recording this on the 2nd. Nvidia is a little bit scared. They're a little bit afraid. You know why, right?
Is someone else about to release their, next video card?
Well, AMD would be their direct competitor, but they're releasing it before PS5 and Xbox One
okay.
Series X. Xbox
at a good
Series
price.
X? Yeah. Kind of, yes. It fucks over. Okay, so let's talk about it. So they announced 3 cards. RTX, which is basically like ray tracing. That's what RTX. It used to be GTX. Now it's RTX since the 20 series. The 3070 is $500, available in October. The 3080 is $700, available September 17th, which is relatively soon.
Mhm.
And the 3090, which is $1,500 and available September 24th. This is significant. If you don't, I'm going to spare you the nerd speak. But they're, according to them, the card that I have is the 2080 Ti worth, when it released, about $1,200, $1,400. I paid $1,000 for mine. The $499 card is better than the 2080 Ti sitting in my computer right now.
That's why I was saying it was a good price because it's like half the MSRP, right?
Even more than half the MSRP. So they're basically afraid of the consoles because the consoles have AMD parts in them. AMD graphics cards, AMD chips. So right now is the perfect time to buy a graphics card, to build a computer. Get on it now, if you can, because this is a big jump from what they have out now and what I have out now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end up selling my 2080 Ti or just end up keeping it for a second computer. But yeah, I shouldn't spend $1,500. No, you want treats? You want a cookie? He does. Hold on one second.
I love
Talk
that he
amongst
like.
yourselves.
Yeah. Don't worry. I have no problem talking to myself. I like that he responds. Like you're really talking to him. That's how my dog was too. Like just chatty little Kathy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He loves it. Yeah, so big news. You're not gonna upgrade, right?
I'm happy with my PC still. It's only, is it a year now or is it 2 years? I can't remember.
It's been a while, I believe.
It might have only, I think it's just a year.
Yeah, I'm thinking about building a second computer. I'm not really happy with the gaming performance of the AMD chip. Like, it's okay, but it's not like, like my nerd boner is not like up, So we'll see. I'm thinking about buying one.
Keep us posted.
Yeah. What's next? I think we have TV and movies and stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about TV just a little bit to mention Mandalorian coming back.
October 30th.
We can chat about that on the pod. I'm sure we'll have, remember when we did it like, I think
Every week, yeah.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was months ago. It's been a while, so I'm glad this is coming out, right? I didn't think it was gonna come out this year. So
here we are.
Jon Favreau has been at work. Cool.
Oh yeah, he wants a child doll. It's like, buy me one of those child dolls.
I actually bought a Funko Pop of the child. It's creepy.
I saw it. It's all right. Yeah, I mean, he is creepy, but I've been trying to get my best friend to watch a Star Wars with me. I think because she's never seen them, but there are people like that who've never seen a Star Wars. But she didn't want to watch it because she thought it'd be like The Mandalorian, and she couldn't bear that little cute child kept getting put at risk and like literally thrown in a bag. Like, so she thinks Star Wars will be the same way, which I was like, it might be like, don't, even though my favorite one is it's Empire Strikes Back, right? When they're on planet, the one with all the redwoods. It's so beautiful with the Ewoks.
Endor.
Thank you. Yes. I would hate to upset her with the death of adorable Ewoks, but anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. As I said, I don't know if they have a director list, but I hope that Taika Waititi comes back and directs at
Mm-hmm.
least one of them.
Didn't Michelle, one of those, her name's Michelle from Game of Thrones. We really liked her directing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Michelle.
We'll see. Hopefully it's good. It ended off as a pretty ambiguous spot after the 8th episode, so hey, the sky's the limit for them.
Excited to see where they go, and I hope it's, it's like a sophomore, right? Like release. So hopefully it's as good as the, initial one.
Yeah.
Hopefully they didn't just have like an idea for the first season. Hopefully they're also following, a plan for which, oh my gosh, I'm sure they are. It's just like how meticulously orchestrated like the Marvel movies are.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure they have a genius plan in store for the Mando.
Yeah, speaking of like Marvel, R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, we should have mentioned that at the beginning. That's a heavy loss.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it fucked me up because again, I'm not gonna pretend that I was the biggest Chadwick Boseman fan. I did like Black Panther. I did like other movies he did, like 42, Marshall as well.
Even if he had just done Black Panther, what happens is even the way you hear him talk about it in interviews, it's how all of them talk about their superhero roles. They are them.
Right.
Like they become them. Like how maybe not as humbly, but how Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark.
Right.
Right? Like, yeah.
And then he was just I've never heard anything like bad about him, like no TMZs or anything like that about him in all of the years that he's been active. And he passed away of colon cancer, and he was really, really young.
Yeah,
and then you
was.
find out that, well, nobody knew. Number one, this was like slap in the face news, and you find out that in 2016 he found out that he was going to be T'Challa in Civil War, etc. And filming while going through like chemotherapy and countless surgeries. Chemotherapy is no joke.
Mm-mm.
It destroys your body.
It's poison.
Right.
Literally. Yeah.
So, and then you look at him in Black Panther and Infinity War, and he looks normal, like a regular built guy for the role. And it's like it's a very big reality check. And then the loss hurts because for the culture, Black Panther was huge. Black Panther was like, not only was it one of the biggest movie releases ever, it is probably the biggest movie release in February. February is considered a dead month in cinema. January and February, those are the don't release your movie in here months.
Mm-hmm.
And it killed it.
I didn't know it was in a summer blockbuster. I forgot that. But
you would think it is, right?
I think it's one of my favorites. I like one of the Tom Holland Spider-Man with Michael Keaton, and then I really liked Ragnarok, but also Black Panther's. I don't know, number one. It's so good.
Yeah. And then you look at the audience reactions for the Avengers Assemble moment. I'm sorry, spoilers. If you haven't seen Endgame at this point, what are you doing? But he was huge. He was like universally loved. You know what I mean? And
he really inspired people.
Yeah. Very big loss, but
Yeah.
I guess the Marvel universe moves on. Shuri being the Black Panther is canon in the comic books, so yeah, I don't want to see another Black Panther. Not in the next decade or so. I don't think replacing him would be a good move for them, and I think they realize that too.
Hmm.
Yeah, big
Like
loss.
how Stan Lee's irreplaceable. Yeah, because they are the characters. Like,
Yeah, I don't even
except if
think
it's
that.
Spider-Man.
Do you think that Robert Downey Jr. or Chris Evans is replaceable? I can't see anybody else being
Mm-mm.
Iron Man and Captain America.
Right. Yeah, it'd be really, really hard. And I think that they know that. And if they have plans down the lines, like it's going to be very, purposeful timing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, gone too soon, and truly an inspiration internationally,
Yes.
like around the world. So yeah, he touched a lot of lives in a very positive way. It's really sad to see him go.
A few minutes later.
Next up, we got Tenet.
Yeah.
What a roller coaster this film has.
This is like when conventions were starting to get canceled. Yeah, a whole roller coaster of expectations and disappointment.
Right. So Tenet is technically almost out. Hot honorable mention to Peninsula. Have you ever heard of that movie?
Oh.
Peninsula is the spiritual successor to Train to Busan.
Oh, okay.
Only released in select countries. Obviously not here because LOL. So Tenet is on this wherever theaters are open type thing.
Mm-hmm.
New Jersey has said they will open eventually, and New York is like, nah, bruh. So I could potentially drive over to Connecticut. I'm not driving over to New Jersey. I'm not paying that $16 toll to watch a fucking movie. I don't know. It's gotten mixed reviews so far.
Huh.
Some people say it's a little bit too complicated, but again, I don't really take their opinion as like law, because many people say that about a lot of things that they don't understand or they haven't seen more than once. So,
or they just like the plot like hammered on their head, like instead of something subtle.
Yeah.
Those people are just there for the pretzel and cheese bites. Like they're not there to see art. Anyway, that's really judgmental of me.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to. I don't know. I'm a little on the fence of going to see this movie. I really want to see this movie, but it all depends on how, like how the place. Like I want to go over there and like scope out the place to see what they're doing. Because I'm not going to be in a packed theater full of fucking people. Absolutely not.
Tough. You're gonna have to go to the bathroom. Like it's just.
Oh no, I said to myself, if I do go to one of these theaters, I'm not eating or drinking anything there. Nothing.
I just worry though, because people will be eating and drinking and you're allowed to not wear a mask while you do that. So I'm like, what's the point? There's no social distancing. It's a high risk activity.
Yeah.
Just accept it for what it is, which is there's going to be no masks. Social distancing is going to be really difficult. Like, how do you social distance? Like, if there is a line to get into Tenet, like, anyway, I personally won't be going. I don't advise it, but you do you guys.
It's a thought that I'm having, but I'm also thinking that like if I could just hold out just a little bit, they might cave and do an online release. I'll pay $30 for this film.
They will eventually, or it will come out on some sort of like DVD or download, because they have to. Like that's what movies do, is they then move to, rentals, whether that's through streaming or like Redbox. So yes, it will be accessible to everybody, just not, they're trying to have this like blockbuster release.
That's not happening, Chief. Like, that's not happening in this climate. You getting millions of dollars and being number one in the box office just by virtue of being the only one at the box office isn't a feat at all. So
or even it's gonna have. Ooh, you're really risking, like, say you open, the theater opens for people to see Tenet at 15 cents, and then there's these outbreaks that occur, that are able to be traced back to that. I'm just like, it's not a good look.
Yeah, the tickets are $13. I'm looking at it now, and basically, it's seats that are available. It's basically like a checkerboard, like every other seat.
You should be in the very back so that no one's breathing down on you.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. On the left-hand side, there's only one seat there.
Someone's gonna cough, someone's gonna sneeze. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure people are farting it up. Who knows if Corona can go through that? Like, they're not wearing masks. Yeah. Come on. Like, they're eating. They're not going to have masks on, which is the whole point of having a mask, is if you sneeze or cough. Yeah, I just see a lot of problems executing this fantasy.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's available and whenever you want to see it, but technically there have only been roughly like 10 seats sold.
I'm like, is Christopher Nolan going to a theater to see this? No.
Of course not. No.
There's no red carpet. None of the stars are going to see this. Ask yourself why.
Yeah, there was like this propaganda film of Tom Cruise watching Tenet, I think, in some theater, wearing a mask. I was just looking like, okay. No.
We all know Tom Cruise is a freaking alien. You can't catch it. So
Scientology. We also got a hot trailer for the Batman.
Vampire Batman.
Robert Pattinson is in Tenet, and he's also going to be in Batman. What'd you think of this?
I didn't like it.
Didn't like it.
Trailers are not indicative of, is that a word, of the movie necessarily. So yes, I'll probably see it because I love Batman. I've loved it since the animated series. So yeah, actually I've loved it since the Adam West series. I used to watch it when I was young, a wee bop. But yeah, Batman.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Robert Pattinson a chance. The director is Matt Reeves, so he's done things like Cloverfield, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War of the Planet of the Apes. So we'll see. Hopefully it's decent. The trailer looked okay. Bernard from fucking Westworld is in there.
Bernarnold.
Yeah. So interesting. Oh, Zoe Kravitz is Selena Kyle. So interesting casting choices. For like what seems to be a reboot of the New 52 Batman. So we'll see.
Okay.
We shall see. Yeah, this is not coming out until next year, so hopefully, the world still stands. I thought the trailer was okay.
Yeah, me too. Very violent. Just warning. Trigger warnings all around.
Yeah, I would give that one. Movie nights.
Yeah.
So we've
had two.
A few, yeah. 2 movie nights. We've watched Bernie. And this last week we watched Beverly Luff Lynn. Whatever that movie is called.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's kind of like Waiting for Guffman. It's like something.
Yeah, An Evening with Beverly Luff Lynn. And
that's the second time we've mentioned the title. I don't feel like we need to mention it anymore because I didn't like it.
Yeah, but quick, an upcoming movie night. I want to give you a date on the 7th of September at 7 p.m. Central. we will be watching Mulan. In the Discord, you don't have to pay anything. You just show up.
Join us. And if you need a Discord link, just ask. We put it on Twitter at our LowerBitrate Twitter. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that. And if you need it, just ask. We'd love to have you join.
Yes. So let's talk about the movies.
Yeah.
Bernie, I loved. I liked the movie. I didn't have
really
any
glad-
expectations.
Yeah.
It's
good to not have any expectations about a story from East Texas.
It was surprisingly funny. It had me chuckling.
Really?
Yeah.
Jack Black is naturally funny. Like he's just funny as Jack Black.
Mhm.
So, and Shirley MacLaine does a really good comedic performance. Like Matthew McConaughey doing a comedic performance. If you guys could provide some feedback, I was trying to remember the last time Matthew McConaughey did a comedic performance, and all I could think of was like when he used to do those romantic quote unquote comedies. Way back when I feel like his career was
Wolf of Wall Street.
beginning. Okay.
I think his character there was pure fucking jokes. He
He's
wasn't
very
in
funny.
there. Yeah, he when he wants to be, he's really funny. But only in droves. Like I can't stand Matthew McConaughey for an hour and 30 minutes trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Just in spurts, he's funny. This was kind of a serious role for Jack Black, though. When he's given like heavy material.
It was a dark comedy. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that surprised me is after we finished, I had never seen this before. So I was surprised to know that the people giving real life accounts were actually from the town.
Mm-hmm.
That they were integrated in there so well. I kind of had a feeling that they were real when there was the two women that were sitting in the park bench or something like that. I was like, you don't look like an actor.
Just very normal looking Texans.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a great movie. Funny, based on a true story apparently.
And it was not like, oh, the names have been changed to protect, the victims. Nope. This was a real account. It was a known story at the time it happened, like a massive trial. So I'd recommend you watch it. Again, it's called Bernie, Bernie, starring Jack Black and Matthew McConaughey. Watch it. It's very good. I don't want to, if you want to, you could read about the story of Bernie, I guess online, but the true story, but just watch it. It's a real good watch.
Yeah, and actually the movie was cited in court after the fact, which is interesting.
He tried to do an appeal, right?
And then he got more years tacked on. Yikes.
That's what I really liked about Jack Black playing the role, is his innocence and naivete. And yet he was so charismatic and so good at making people love him.
Yeah.
But he was just always doing things against his own interest.
Like the movie felt like you were a resident of the town.
And because you loved him.
Exactly. Just like everybody else around him. So him being, what he was, I don't want to spoil anything, kind of took you as a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of felt like one of the town, as you're watching, which was very well directed and very well acted. I enjoyed it.
Which goes to show, like, can good people do terrible things? So yeah, it was a real, you could go deeper on it, but just taking it at face value, it's a really, it's a darkly comedic true story.
Yeah. 8 out of 10, give it a watch.
My favorite part, if I could just say, maybe you could think of your favorite part too, was towards the very end of the film. one of the ladies is like, Bernie, I talked to the warden and I'm trying to get him to let you come sing at my funeral because you promised you would sing at my funeral. And she's like, I think it's going to work. I wrote him a letter. And I was just like,
My favorite
she
part,
really did that. Like
of course.
Yeah.
My favorite part was the resident of Texas explaining the areas of Texas.
In a not PC manner.
No, it was so jarring that you just had to like uncomfortably laugh. Like, yo, is this really coming out of his mouth?
Yeah, he was giggling the whole time too as he was saying it. So again, just the ignorance and just these people were simple, seemingly good people, that lived in this town. But it just goes to show, maybe you're running for office one day or something like that. Like, just goes to show if people will never, Maya Angelou said this, people don't remember what you say, but they do remember how you made them feel. And Bernie is very good at making people feel good. Just really interesting. He was a master manipulator, perhaps, or was he truly an innocent, good guy?
He may have been like a sociopath, right?
Yes. Like one that can't stop lying.
Yeah.
And needs the love of others, which I think is narcissism. So yes. And I think that's another interesting thing is that there can be good psychopaths. Like that's like how Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy was able to get away with these heinous, horrific crimes because how good they made people feel and how good of charmers they were, good actors. So what was your favorite part? Just the
just the Texas guy. I was I was laughing so hard. I was like, why? Why would you say that? Especially with the Austin part, because that's really realistically that's the only part of Texas that I kind of know, just based upon like how much like coverage it gets online.
That's very true. You will hear the way Austin is described in this movie, which is unrepeatable. But yes, that's how Austin is described to the rest of Texas. My very conservative Christian parents hate coming to Austin. So yeah, that's how it really is. I think it's
kind of like New York City, right?
Yeah,
New York City is an
place to
abomination
live
compared to like the countryside of New York. You know?
Yeah, it's vastly different. Agreed.
You mentioned something about running for office. Speaking of that, in that same vein, register to vote, please. Don't care who you vote for or what you vote for. Just vote. Thank you.
Vote at register to vote at vote.gov.
They're making it easier to vote. A lot of NBA stadiums are becoming polling stations. If you are a youngin and you cannot vote, a lot of older people run the polls. You can help by supporting democracy by helping run the polls. You can't vote, but you can help settle people in, etc., etc. So
be people movers.
Check that out. Awesome. An Evening with Beverly Loughlin. Let's talk about this. This movie was trash. And I blame Bobby McRib for choosing this movie. It was either this or The Five Bloods. He chose this crap.
Blame Bobby. Hashtag trending. Get it out there.
Yes.
Bobby's no longer allowed to vote for movie nights.
No.
He's on probation.
It was weird. It lost me. At the third act, I was lost. I was playing a game.
Yeah.
At that point. I had no idea what the fuck.
I was like, are you liking this? As in, can we stop? I can't take any more of this.
Yeah. We should have and watch something else because
I wanted to watch Lovecraft Country. I was like, no more.
Yeah. Trash. Move on. Skip it. Don't worry. Aubrey Plaza, not great in this.
Not great. I thought she was good. Just her crying and anyway, but yeah, she did chew up every scene she was in. Just like everybody else in the movie, everything was so heavy-handed.
Yeah, it was like if April from Parks and Rec time traveled back. You know?
You remember her character that she would do the like widow?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that.
Yeah, too much on the nose with this one. Not for me.
And on what nose? There was
The
no
wrong
nose.
ones. Yes. Craig Robinson in this film, like, bravo for you for looking at the script and seeing grunts and still going through with it. What the
What a waste of Craig Robinson in this movie. Like, he is so good. So
My dude had like 6 lines that were actual fucking words.
he should have been funnier. Yeah.
No, pass. Okay. Spoiler alert time. We're going to be talking about Lovecraft Country, episodes 1 through 3. If you don't want to be spoiled, have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday for movie night.
It's on HBO. Give it a watch and join us on Monday for Mulan.
Yes. Spoiler time. Okay. I had no expectations watching this. Admittedly, I'm not the biggest fiction fan. Are you?
Science fiction?
Yeah, like
fantasy?
you're.
Yes.
Yeah, you are.
Yes.
Okay. So you're familiar with Lovecraft and Steven Spielberg.
Yes.
I mean Stephen King, etc., etc. Okay.
Yes.
I just know the big things. I don't know the little tidbits or whatever. I know like Cthulhu, etc. So what did you think of episode 1?
I liked it. Episode 2 though was my favorite.
Okay.
Just because of the acting and the story progression, but yeah. Episode 1 got me hooked. Kept going, so I think it's a good pilot. I don't know. First episode wasn't pilot, but yeah, watch it. I like it. It's unique in the fact of it does take place in a Jim Crow era, like real world, you know. But then it spins into this fantasy. So I like it. Watch it if you like mysterious cults and crazy fantasy horror. Loved it.
Yeah, it gives you a taste of like what's to come in the very beginning, because he's on a bus. Atticus Freeman, he's the main character, played by Jonathan Majors. Fantastic actor, by the way. Yeah, it gives you this like fantasy thing of him being at war, and a spaceship comes down and some red lady comes down. I don't know if that's like big in H.P. Lovecraft lore. But
yeah,
then,
that was from one of the books specifically. I forgot which one. So chime in the comments, please. You know, remind me I'm an idiot and I forgot. But also that lady too was the Korean, right? That he keeps seeing.
yes, which is I think the lady that called him to come back, right?
He called her.
He called her. Yes. Yeah, and then you see like this big alien dude, and then fucking Jackie Robinson comes out of nowhere and beats the shit out of it with a bat. And then
yeah, he hits a Cthulhu from behind.
Yeah. And then Cthulhu's can't die, so it just gets, reincarnated or whatever it does.
So this show has been getting scarier and scarier, right? Like how much scarier is it going to get?
Oh, it's definitely creepy.
Episode 3 was the scariest by far. A true horror.
Yes. But it's like, it's not like heavy-handed horror too. Like they ramp it up in a way that's like palatable and you expect it, but then it gets to like this level of fucking creepy that's like a little bit too much for me. I don't like scary things, so I'll watch a scary movie, but I'm not like yearning for it. You know what I mean?
There were a couple times I was watching through, my hands. I was like covering my eyes.
Yeah,
Scared me.
it's very interesting, and I think we should talk about how H.P. Lovecraft is. What's interesting to me is how they're
Problem.
telling the story, right?
Mhm.
H.P. Lovecraft is probably like the father of, horror fiction or, science fiction, etc.
It's just influenced effort that's come after it.
Yeah. Yes. But he was a little bit of a fucking racist.
Just a
So,
little.
yeah, in his works, it's like he was a very weird guy. Like he's like the king of weird. And to tell this story of H.P. Lovecraft and to acknowledge his shortcomings, I think is a tasteful way to proceed with telling it. In a Jim Crow era, I think like South Side of Chicago type thing.
Yep.
They touch on like heavy subjects like police brutality, which is furthered everywhere because all the police are white people.
Specifically, sundown towns.
Right. Yeah. Where, yeah. Very, very, very heinous
Wikipedia
shit.
it.
Yes.
Learn about what a sundown town is.
Yeah. Go ahead.
If we could just say, like, that's like the Watchmen teaching us about the Tulsa Massacre. And I just wanted to mention that now we have Lovecraft Country teaching us about sundown towns, which is something not many people know about, I think. A big part of American history. Like, Black American history is, suffers from erasure, in my opinion. It's just not talked about enough.
Right. It's like this smear on the American dream that people want to shove under the rug.
Race.
Yeah, that's not happening now. Yeah, the creators of this show obviously are Jordan Peele has a hand in this, and Misha Green. She I think she's relatively new to like writing and creating or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is her big thing that she's done. Versus like Sons of Anarchy or like Spartacus. Underground is another one that she did.
Oh, yeah, I meant to mention that earlier. Like, Chadwick Boseman passing is like when, I can't remember his name. That's unfortunate. But when Spartacus passed and they had to recast him, or they delayed so that he, to see if the chemo would work so he could come back, but he never came back.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
I forget his name. Shit.
I know. I feel bad. This was years ago, though, so. Andy something, I think.
Andy Whitfield.
Mm-hmm. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. So yeah, back to Lovecraft. I thought originally that this was going to be kind of like a anthology type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Black Mirror. Which ironically Black Mirror is becoming reality. Yikes. But I'm kind of glad that they're following the characters, right?
I like it. Oh my gosh. See, episode 2, they're called Sheogoths. These are all characters from, the Lovecraft novels, and how scary those were. Like, each monster is horrifying.
Yeah.
Also, I was like, what the hell is hanging off of those Sheogoths? And apparently it was like giant teats. And I was like, why?
I wonder if they have an OnlyFans.
Oh, speaking of which, yeah, aren't you starting your feet OnlyFans? Feet pick OnlyFans?
Yeah, to afford the 3000 series, 3090.
Someone's called it a GTX. God damn it.
Yeah, I do that all the time too. Don't worry about it. Yeah, this is HBO at its finest. You can only show this shit on HBO, and I'm glad it's on HBO. They do great things like Watchmen, The Wire, The Sopranos, not Game of Thrones, Chernobyl, etc. I'm so glad. Jonathan Majors is fantastic. Juicy Smollet's sister, Journey, she's good too.
Yeah, she's good in everything she's in.
Michael K. Williams is always fantastic. Courtney B. Vance.
Great cast.
Yes.
Fantastic. Especially Michael K. Williams. I forgot he was going to be in it. He showed up. I was like, yay! Omar coming.
Mm-hmm. I think my favorite episode was probably 3 so far. Because
it was very good.
It was very good. I did like the first 2 episodes seemed like episode 1A and then 1B. It kind of like
True.
did one episode. But
maybe they had wanted that, to have one long first episode, but they were like 2 hours.
Yeah, that would have been 2 hours, yes. Yeah, the third episode took the creep factor and like brought it up. And it had an interesting twist on it. And it's interesting to me how everything is connected. Did you notice that? Yeah, so there were fucking nightmare fuel in this episode 3. The basketball player with the fucking baby head. I'm like, dude, why?
Basically, the episode 3 is a murder house episode. Episode 2 is they're running from these monster vampires. Episode 1 is just pretty much introducing the characters.
It also reminded me of that one episode in Unsolved Mysteries about the House of Terrors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very, very creepy. And then they leave you with this ending that I'm like, where the fuck are they gonna go next? You know what I mean?
Yeah. What sort of horrors will come next week?
Yeah, we saw like an underground tunnel.
Which I might have to watch on Monday.
When
Maybe
does it
we'll
come
do
out?
that. It comes out on Sunday nights, but mistake watching the third ep late at night because I was like up for hours after.
Oh yeah, I was playing video games after that. I didn't go to bed till 4 a.m. because I had to cleanse my brain of what I've seen.
Yeah, so maybe after movie night we could watch the next ep, or before movie night maybe watch
night.
Yeah, that would be better for my sleep. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all. Also, if anyone wants to join, I'm just streaming it from HBO, so come join us.
Yeah, I don't have HBO or any streaming services at this point. I'm just mooching, so mooch with me.
No problem.
And thank you for streaming it, by the way.
No problem. Happy to share. Wish I could share logins, but can't do that.
Yeah, anything else we want to say about it?
No. Just watch Lovecraft Country. Learn about American history. That's not well known. Learn about Jim Crow era America, not necessarily in the South. It talks about the Green Book, the book that African Americans would use, or Black people would use to travel in racist Jim Crow era country, era and travel throughout our country. I don't know what I was saying, but yeah, I like it. Watch it. Tentacles.
Yeah, one thing bothered me though with episode 2. Tony Goldwyn, aka the president from what's that fucking show, Scandal?
Was he the sheriff?
No, he was the old guy that got his fucking liver taken out.
Oh, okay.
So
Titus.
Yeah.
Right?
That bothers me.
Titus was the original, but yeah.
Yeah, his name is Titus too.
Let's call him Chad. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chad. Yeah, that bothered me. He's not that old. He doesn't look old.
But isn't that the point? He's like a crazy Scientologist cult leader, so thus he survives off.
And then he's invulnerable
blood.
or whatever. I guess that's the point. All right, I'm not that upset anymore. Okay.
Any final thoughts?
Nope, just watch it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, well, thanks for listening to episode 38. I'm very happy to be back. It's been 2 weeks. Definitely missed doing this. So thanks for listening. As always, feedback, put them in my Discord. comments, thoughts. You can also post thoughts if you want. But yeah. See you next week.
Bye.